Hi guys, I'm Praneeth and I'm MuleSoft Integration Consultant. In this video, I'll be explaining to you about a Mule component called Dynamic Evaluate. So firstly, what is Dynamic Evaluate? This is a behavior which allows you to dynamically select the data view script instead of hard coding the script in transform message component. This component lets you execute an expression which eventually evaluates the data view script wherein the expression being executed here again results in a data view script. This way, we can dynamically select the data view script to be executed with respect to any varying parameter. So firstly, we'll define a use case. As a developer, I want to orchestrate the response retrieved from the system API and response back to experience API with client expected response structure dynamically. So this kind of orchestration and all and the usage of this dynamic evaluate component will be doing in a process API. So the functional scenario could be like this. Assume we are in a API led connectivity approach. We have a set of experience APIs invoked by different client applications like Salesforce application, mobile application, web application, SAP application, or any other applications. Then we have a process API to orchestrate the response coming from the system API with respect to the source of the request. The source of the request here means the source can be Salesforce, the source can be mobile, or source can be web application, etc. etc. Then we have a system API which connects to the backend systems like databases, etc. to get the required data. So all the client applications in our example may not require all the data retrieved from the system API. So in the process API orchestration, if we had to respond to different client applications with different response structures, in general, what we'll be doing is we'll end up having designing each flow for each client application to achieve this. But using dynamic evaluate component without using the choice router and without defining different flows respective to different client applications, we can achieve this using dynamic evaluate. Let us go into example in Anypoint Studio. Now I've created a project called dynamic evaluate wherein I've configured a listener to accept the request from the client applications. So this listener has all default configurations. Okay, and then this can be invoked with the URI path called dynamic/evaluate. Okay, then we will have a transform message component configured here. So in this, we shall set a payload. So assume this payload is coming from system API. Okay, so all these fields might not be expected by all the client applications. Okay, so that dynamic response is what we are going to see here. Okay, now we have to create a variable called file read script. Okay, in this variable, what we are doing here is var script path. So we are loading a script from the source main resources folder as path. So I've created a folder called DWL scripts here in which I have loaded the different scripts to be executed with respect to the source system be calling the API. So DWL scripts slash plus plus. And so when I say dynamically loading the scripts, we have to have a varying parameter which defines which script to be loaded into the variable. So that variable is that defining parameter is the query parameter which we expect the source system to pass in as part of the invoking API. So we would start query params dot app name dot DWL. Okay, now using this read URL function, we'll load the script into this variable text dash plain. So let me again explain you what's being done here in this variable. So we are loading a data view script based on the application name passed in as part of query parameters while invoking our API by the client system. Okay. So with this read URL function, we are loading the data view script file and setting that content type to be text/plain. So now the script is will be saved into file read script variable. Now we'll move on to dynamic evaluate component configurations. So this has a section called parameters where we'll be loading the payload on which we are going to run the dynamic script. In this expression section, we'll be loading our dynamic script. So as I mentioned, this file read script will have a data view script, which is loaded on basis of the application name passed in as part of query parameters while invoking the API by the client system. So now the script is loaded here, and this script runs on this payload and gives out the response which is expected by the client system. Now, if you go and check in the scripts we have, so mobile app.dwl. So this is a response expected by mobile app. So it only wants first name and address from the whole payload. And web app expects first name, last name, address 1 and address 2 on the payload. And Salesforce app expects first name, last name, address 1, address 2 and company from the payload. So whenever the client system passes the query parameter as application name equals to mobile app, then this script gets loaded and it gets saved into file read script and it runs on the payload. Okay, now let me run the API. We'll see how this works. Now I see the app up and running. We shall go into Postman. So what I've done here is localhost 8081 dynamic evaluate. App name, I'm passing it as web app. So when I'm passing it as web app, so I'll be expecting first name, last name, address 1 and address 2 to be passed in as part of response. Trigger. See, we got first name, last name, address 1 and address 2. Let me change this to Salesforce app. See, we got an additional parameter called company in the response. Likewise, if we change it to mobile app, see, we got just first name and address, which we configured it first name and address. So this way, if you observe, without having a choice router, without having multiple flows defined for mobile app, web app, Salesforce app separately, we are able to generate different response structure for different client systems using dynamic evaluate. Hope you understood the concept and the example. I'll be putting the code into GitHub and share you the link in the description. Thank you.